It is Flobito here. What's going on? As they say with all content creators, we always start off these videos with, "What's up, guys? Sup, guys?" I don't know, man. I kind of feel like you can supercut any person who started off a YouTube video with "What's up, guys?" It's "What's up, Flobo?" Episode number 25. 25 of these things. It sounds like we've been doing this for a long time, but I just started doing this in the middle of December, so about a month and change, heading towards February, Valentine's Day. I guess now it's my favorite holiday again. Because here's the thing, Valentine's Day was my favorite holiday when I was single. And then when I became a boyfriend, right, I had all this New Year's Day. The New Year's Day kind of came when it went way over. You know, I loved the New Year's Day holiday and all that. But now that I'm single again, it's like, well, I do love candy. I do love love. Happy Valentine's Day is on the horizon. Now, today's episode is a little bit of Q&A. I've asked people on Facebook, through text messages and Twitter, DMs, to ask me questions that you always want to know about your boy Flobito. I was kind of mad the Facebook side was kind of dry, you know? I was like, hey, my largest social media network, ask me a question. And then tumbleweeds kind of rolled through, right? Before I get to that, I'm wearing one of my favorite sweatshirts. You've seen this before. It's from my alma mater, Flagler College. I love the alumni one. I actually have another one that just has one I run in. It's like really like cheap material. This one's nice and plush. I just got word that my alma mater, Flagler College, there's this thing they have every year called Com Week, where the communications department has panels and interviews and things like that. And I was invited this year in March to perform the first ever comedy night with alums from school doing stand-up comedy, which is pretty cool, right? Pretty cool that they called me up in California thinking I'm just like this giant baller, like, please, this time your schedule, please squeeze us in. And I'm like, hell yeah, do it. Woo! So it's going down. Details are going to be out there as we get closer. So if you're in the Northern Florida area, if you're in St. Augustine, in Jacksonville, Ponte Vedra Beach, Fruit County, Middleburg, Glade County, whatever. If you're in that North First Coast Florida, if you're as far down as Palm Coast and Daytona, keep out for that. I'll put the details. You come see me live in the Sunshine State. So yeah, who knows? Who knows? This could be the start of a Florida tour. Fingers crossed. Okay, so ask questions all around the Facebook thing. I want to start off with is it Demo Katami, who's actually been following my videos and subscribing. So if I butcher your name, I apologize. Thank you so much for subscribing and telling your friends about it. The question is, as a wrestling fan, what is your favorite era in wrestling and why? Now, that is amazing. See, I like to think of, I've been a lifelong wrestling fan due to issues beyond my control. I was raised in a very working class family, so we didn't have cable. I kind of missed the new generation era of the WWE. So the rock and wrestling era towards the end, I remember very, very slightly. I got into wrestling hardcore like 92, 93, 94, which is why Hogan's ever in my top 10, because by the time I got into wrestling, Hogan already left for WCW. And I'm from New York, so our local federation was the World Wrestling Federation. So I don't really have much of the new generation era in my head as much. The Attitude Era was amazing as a teenager going to high school and being with the cool kids and talking about DX and stuff. And in 1999, in the middle of the Attitude Era, if you think of it as 97 through 01, WWF SmackDown debuted. This is why I'm a huge SmackDown fan, because that really was, hey, look, on broadcast TV, albeit UPN, you're getting 2 hours of wrestling a week, and it basically was just an extension of what happened on Monday Night Raw. Like Monday Night Raw advanced storyline, SmackDown was like the glorified house show at the time. It was like, hey, you two have a problem, and you two have a problem on SmackDown, tag team match, player. So unlike most guys and most fans my age, it really was a product of its time. There's a lot of nostalgia goggles on the Attitude Era. You know, we're talking about, there's some crap there, man. Job Squad, Golga, Meat, Pepper being Al Snow's dog and being killed and cooked and fed to Al Snow. Boss Man being suspended Boston being suspended in Hell in a Cell WrestleMania 15, and being a participant in the Kennel from Hell in a Cell. I think the same year, right? Or yeah, it had to be the same year. I think it was like the Unforgiven. That's it. So yeah, so a lot of things there. That's an era that wasn't good. The Ruthless Aggression era. We're talking the mid 2000s. It is what I remember too as being the most fond. I think that was the mix of the Attitude Era characters and an emphasis back on the in-ring product. It gets a lot of flack because that's when the WWF stopped becoming the WWE, which, sidebar, let's be honest, if I was naming the things, I would call it WWE and name the fan base the Federation, not the universe. But I really think the mid 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s had a lot of good qualities about it. The SmackDown 6, the Kurt Angle's rise of him being the most dominant wrestler of all time. I say this from the bottom of my heart. Kurt Angle 2006 was the Attitude Era has really got me back into wrestling. The pre New Generation is what got me into it originally. The Attitude Era really got me back into it. SummerSlam 99 specifically was the first pay-per-view in a string of pay-per-views I started watching again. But the Ruthless Aggression is so underrated just because it wasn't the Attitude Era. And now I like this era now too because it's a lot more presented as a sport. We're talking about moves and holds and contracts and how this person wants to go to this promotion and whatnot. So if I had to rank them, I would say the Ruthless Attitude Era slightly, just based on the in-ring product of professional wrestling. This one's kind of simple. This one, from a friend of mine from a name. Let's just say he asked much, and I have an older brother. That's it. That's kind of a good question. Older brother, he's old as hell. I make fun of him for being older than me. That's it. Actually, my brother asked me a question as well. Another wrestling question. How did you get the wrestling bug? Okay, that's an easy one. So Saturdays and Sundays, the WWF Superstars on Saturday and WWF Wrestling Challenge Sundays, and those were the two weekly wrestling programs. So those Saturdays where I didn't go to Saturday school because our parents believed in doing enrichment courses or what have you. That's when I watched WWF Superstars. And on Sundays, I watched WWF Wrestling Challenge. Those were the two I got into. So in 92, 93, Razor Ramon, Duke the Dumpster Droese, X-Pac, that sort of thing. My brother also asked, what was your most memorable moment in wrestling? A lot of wrestling questions. I'll skip that one just because I don't make it all about wrestling. At what age did you get so big? So good thing. Good. People talk about how I was a biggin. They used to call me. I would say for me personally, I was always a bigger kid. My brother knows this. I had the worst portion control when it came to things like that. I ate and ate. My first year in high school, I weighed myself for the college football team. I was 5'9", 275. My junior year in college, I was at my heaviest. I was 375, and it pretty much was 375 was my heaviest until in 2009 when I went to the gym and weighed myself there to start my workout program. I was 368, right? So 370, 375 is what I tell people is my heaviest. But it really was, it's like getting older, right? You don't wake up one day and go, I'm old. What happens is you have seconds, you have thirds, you eat late and sleep, or you try to fit in 3 meals a day, even if you're not necessarily hungry. You just say, hey, it's lunchtime. Lunchtime? Yeah. Or when friends are in town, hey, you want to eat something? And it's got bigger and bigger and bigger. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not an emotional eater. So I didn't have that kind of way to work through it, and that kind of therapy, because a lot of emotional eating articles online. I was just a guy that sucked at portion control, which I still do. I still struggle with portion control. Food is an addiction, but you can't quit food cold turkey. You won't survive that long, right? Cool. My friend Jimmy asks, you already have a master's degree. Would you decide to get your doctorate? All right. That was actually an episode of Wassup Flobo. Thought about it. It comes and goes. It's like, yeah, man, I should go get a doctorate. I should be that guy. Call me Dr. Flobito. But it never works out. I always get lazy and my degree is terminal. I'm fine with it. Yeah. Jimmy also asked, what is one thing you regret? Whew. Well, let's see. I don't regret it anymore. But because I was so heavy my entire life, I was ineligible to serve in the military, especially 2001 after the attacks on the World Trade Center in 2011, 2001, 9/11, 2001. I wanted to serve in the military, specifically the Air Force. I was too heavy to serve. I was too fat to fly for Uncle Sam. And for a long time, I regretted that. I was like, man, I should have worked really hard, or man, I should have tried this program. I should have went on a liquid diet so I'm able to go out there and serve. I don't regret it anymore. I feel like not being able to serve in the military opened up a whole new break in my life. To able to go to college in Florida, fall in love with filmmaking, come out to California, become a filmmaker, then get into digital media, then discovering comedy, and then discovering writing. So a lot of ways, had I went to the military, it probably would not have happened the way it did. I'm at peace with that now. Although I will say I've been looking up the United States Air Force Honorary Commander Program. So if you know anybody at the Air Force or the Space Force that's doing the Honorary Commander Program, you want to nominate your boy Flobito, please do. I'll graciously accept my chance to be an honorary airman. So I get that like that full circle check boxed off my list, right? But no, I'm not going to sign up to be in the military anytime today. Melissa writes, any other projects you're working on? Whew. You guys know me, I hate bragging about projects, but since I was asked, I'll do that right now. So comedy, 2019, we kind of drifted apart. I want to get back into it. I actually went to a show last night, kind of getting back into the groove of things. Comedy's still going. I'm just active rest. The new track came out, and I still do bookings, but I really want to take and carve out parts of my day every day to work on craft and to get more states under my belt, to get more experience under my belt, maybe record another special or album. 2011 summers when I pegged the next book will be released. I am torn on whether or not it's going to be a novel or it's going to be a nonfiction self-help book kind of memoir type deal. Haven't decided. Let me know what you think, which one I should do in the comments or chat. That's the second project. Also want to work on the body some more. I'm actually going to the gym and sculpting things, which is the first time I've done it, because before it's always just lose the weight. Now it's well, you lost the weight and you have a crap load of skin. Let's make this work to your advantage. And also I want to make sure my DJ business is as profitable as it can be. I talked about starting your own business and how that works and how the difficulties with that is. I can tell you right now, in all honesty, there are ebbs and flows to any kind of business. There are months where I'm overworked and I'm like, oh, I can't handle this, the workload. And there's other months you're like, man, I want some work I can't handle because it's kind of bone dry. Ramen has been there with me for many a nights, but I understand it's a long-term process. I want to go. I want to keep building the DJ business, the live entertainment business. I want to be able to brand an umbrella brand and cover the live entertainment, the DJing, and emceeing, pure hosting. That is something that I really love, to work with a team on a script, on a presentation, on jokes, on introducing panels. I had a bit of a taste of that last year with a couple events, just purely that. Because usually I will MC and DJ, I'll be the musical entertainment and go, welcome everybody, welcome to the show. We're doing this, that. In the meantime, but to be able to come out with the suit and go, welcome to the thing, and I'm hosting the thing, and now the thing. That's pretty cool. We're actually running pretty long on this episode. I want to cut it soon, but I do have a couple more questions for you guys. Let's see here. My brother with a late submission, just now hot off of the presses. Who was the most memorable fictional character for you? Okay. Wow. See, when I press my bro, there's always insight. All right. So there's a lot of fictional characters I love. We're talking about wrestlers, talking about The Rock, comic book characters. There's a lot of those. But to me, the most influential fictional character, if you can see it right there, is the Green Lantern Corps, specifically Jon Stewart. I was a fan of his journey from being how it was written, He was a product of the 70s where there weren't few African American or black heroes. So he was an architect and he was smart, but he had that kind of jive talking turkey thing that only white creators do, right? He's like, I don't really need no mask. You gotta show my face because I'm a lantern. But that quickly got retconned over the years of being a Marine, and even though he was arrogant at first during the Cosmic Odyssey saga, we saw his first bit of humility. He was paralyzed in the 90s, but got that retconned out, and now he's just kind of this level-headed, logical, born leader, and is powered by the power of will. When I was heavy, I latched on to the concept of a superhero that ran specifically on willpower. The Green Lantern diet, I used to call it. This is why when I have a birthday coming up, a lot of my friends will give me Green Lantern material or Green Lantern action figures, or my 32nd birthday, I had a Green Lantern cake specifically. I got the DC heroes up here on my wall. I think both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart make an appearance there. So that I would think that's the most influential fictional character. But there's a lot of ones I love. Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm going to be at that movie day one, just sitting there with my popcorn, just like, get him, Tails. Like, I'm going to be there doing that. Carmen Sandiego was my first ever crush. She's just so mysterious. You can't tame her. She's unlawful, but she means well because she wants to know the world's gems and jewels and artifacts are preserved. It's just that they're preserved in her own personal collection, right? So Carmen Sandiego is a big one too, but definitely the Green Lantern Corps, having the power of will, and Jon Stewart. Well, guys, that's enough for me. This is What's Up Flobo, episode number 25. Doing a Q&A because 25 is my favorite number because Christmas falls on 25th day of December. My birthday falls on the 25th day of June. That's my favorite number when I play the lotto. All that reason, so I wanted to celebrate with you. Let me know if you guys want to do other Q&A shows. That's cool. We can have 25 part 2. It's all good. And other things, got to put other things over. Like, comment, subscribe right here. I do have a t-shirt website. It's flobito.threadless.com. My website is flobito.com. And I'm also on the AfterBuzz TV network, AfterBuzz TV Wrestling and Sports, the Monday Night Raw After Show, the NXT After Show, currently now doing Star Trek Picard, currently doing Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I also pop in from time to time on Anatomy of a Retro Movie. Doing big things, but I can't do it without your help. So tell a friend about your boy Flobito and all the things he's working on, because a performer without an audience is nothing. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is What's Up Flobo, and until next time, you know what to do. Peace out.